One night, my wife looked me straight in the eyes and said, "He does things for me that you can't do anymore, Michael." I just smiled and made a phone call. "My name is Michael. Emma and I had been married for 8 years. We met in high school, fell in love, and built a simple, beautiful life together. We had a 3-year-old son, John, who was our whole world, and a little daughter named Jessica. I worked long hours in construction so we could have a good house and never worry about money. Emma worked in marketing. She used to call me her rock. Lately, something had changed. She started coming home late, smiling more at her phone than at me, and stopped asking about my day. She began dressing up, doing her hair and makeup like she was going somewhere special. I tried to ignore it. I told myself she was just stressed from work. Then one day I saw the messages on her phone. They were from James and her coworker. Secret dates, late-night texts. Weekend plans, she told me, were with the girls. My chest felt tight like someone had punched me. I didn't yell. I didn't cry in front of her. I just waited. That night after we put John to bed, I sat her down at the kitchen table. "Emma," I said quietly, "I know about James." She didn't even try to deny it. She looked tired, almost relieved. "James makes me feel alive, Michael," she said. "He listens when I talk about my dreams. He makes me laugh. He makes me feel young again. You come home exhausted every night, fall asleep on the couch. You don't have that spark for me anymore." Her words hit harder than anything ever had. I remembered our wedding day. I remembered holding her hand when John was born. All those nights we stayed up talking about our future. I had loved her with everything I had. The pain was so deep I could barely breathe. But I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I just smiled, a small, calm smile. Then I picked up my phone right in front of her and made a call. "Hey, Mark," I said, "it's time. Let's get everything started." I hung up. Emma stared at me, confused. I didn't explain anything. That night I slept in the guest room. The next morning my lawyer called me back. The papers were ready. What Emma still doesn't know is this. 2 weeks before that dinner, my doctor sat me down and gave me the news. Stage 4 cancer. Only a few months left. I had planned to tell her that same night. I wanted us to face it together, just like we always had. I needed her more than ever. But when she said those words, I realized she had already checked out. She wasn't going to be there for the hospital visits, the pain, or the end. So I smiled. And that phone call? It wasn't to a friend. It was to my lawyer, to start the divorce and update my will. Every single penny I have is going into a trust for John and Jessica. She gets nothing. I never told her I was dying. She thinks she won her exciting new life. She'll never have to feel guilty about leaving a sick husband. Sometimes the best thing you can do is smile. Make that call and walk away with dignity. John, Jessica, and I will face the rest together. And that is the end of our story. We never really know who we love with all our heart, until the day they decide to break it.